In real life, finally finding yourself in a situation where you're able to lock lips with a person you're deeply attracted to, consensually of course, is among life's many highlights. It's also something most people on the planet can relate to. This is why films of all genres often take such care and time when it comes to setting up the moment when a set of characters meet at the lips for the very first time. However, just because it's been written down in a script or requested by a director, doesn't necessarily mean a cinematic smooch is guaranteed. If an actor doesn't feel like sharing saliva with their co-star, you better believe they're gonna let the people in charge know all about it. I'm Gareth from WhatCulture.com, and here are 10 actors who refuse to kiss on screen. Number 10. Will Smith was worried about what his friends might think. 6 Degrees of Separation. Long before he was the global box office powerhouse we know him as today, Will Smith was taking one of his first steps into the world of movie making in 1993's 6 Degrees of Separation. As Paul, Smith played a hustler who also just so happened to be gay. Yet despite the moment being in the script, the actor refused to share a kiss with co-star Anthony Michael Hall on screen. This meant that the director of the film, Fred Schepisi, was forced to think on his feet, using a stand-in and shooting only the backs of the characters' heads. Speaking around the time of the film's release, Smith admitted to Entertainment Weekly that it was very immature on his part. Going further, Smith added, "I was thinking, how are my friends in Philly going to think about this? I wasn't emotionally stable enough to artistically commit to that aspect of the film." His co-star Sir Ian McKellen commented on Smith's decision years later in a Time Out interview, saying he was a charmer and a good actor. But he did one silly thing. He refused to kiss another boy on screen, even though it was there in the script. Which was why, at an early preview, I met him in public outside the cinema and gave him a great big kiss on the lips. Never change, Sir Ian, never change. Number 9. Neil McDonough's lips belong to his wife. Scoundrels. We've seen Neil McDonough accompany Captain America on the battlefield and pop up in numerous television shows over the years, from Desperate Housewives to Suits. However, one thing we've never seen is the actor lock lips with one of his co-stars on screen. Simply put, McDonough has often refused to share a kiss with another actor in a film or TV show because, as a devout Catholic, he feels his lips belong to his wife and his wife only. There was a time when this decision had something of a detrimental effect on the actor's career, however, with McDonough infamously being fired from the Scoundrels series due to him refusing to take part in love scenes. McDonough has since gone on to forge a hell of a film and television career for himself in the wake of this turbulent time, all while staying true to his beliefs. Number 8. Denzel Washington wanted to stay true to his audience. The Pelican Brief. Though 1993's The Pelican Brief isn't seen as one of Julia Roberts or Denzel Washington's most notable pieces of work, the film still managed to bring in nearly $200 million at the box office, and the duo were praised for having outstanding on-screen chemistry. Despite all of this, however, the film is often remembered for being the project where Washington chose to make a statement in refusing to kiss his co-star. The iconic thespian did this out of loyalty to his female African-American fans. According to a New York Daily News report, Washington further explained his decision by saying, "Black women are not often seen as objects of desire on film, and they have always been my core audience." Understandably upset at missing out on a smooch with Washington, Roberts later confessed in an interview with Newsweek, "Don't I have a pulse? Of course I wanted to kiss Denzel. It was his idea to take the damn scenes out." You'll be pleased to hear that the pair didn't end up falling out over the matter, and have remained friends over the years, with Roberts even paying tribute to the generational talent during his AFI Life Achievement Award ceremony in 2019. Number 7. Thandie Newton didn't want to get sick. Rock and Roller. As far as reasons to turn down an on-screen kiss go, not wanting to catch your co-star's cold is about as understandable as they come. Sure enough, when Gerard Butler wandered onto the set of Guy Ritchie's Rock and Roller to shoot a scene which involved him and Thandie Newton's characters getting it on, all while feeling very much under the weather, his co-star put her foot down and forced the director to think on his feet. As Newton later revealed in a Bang Showbiz interview, "I arrived on set for the sex scene to find Jerry was very unwell indeed, so I wouldn't kiss him. Guy had to improvise. I don't know how he coped with those problems, but it ended up being one of the most brilliant scenes." Newton was right about the scene. Due to the obstacle that was Butler's unfortunate illness, the sequence was brilliantly put together using quick cuts and close-ups, giving fans another distinctly Richie moment to enjoy in this 2008 action crime feature. Number 6. Julia Roberts thought Nick Nolte was disgusting. I love trouble. Julia Roberts makes her second appearance on this list. However, this time she was the star, not exactly over the moon, about the thought of having to lock lips with her co-star. Roberts' reason for not wanting to kiss her fellow lead in 1994's I Love Trouble, Nick Nolte, was fairly straightforward. She found the actor to be completely disgusting whilst working together. With that being said, Roberts did eventually grit her teeth and power through a kissing scene with Nolte, despite her feelings towards the star. However, the pair's hatred for one another got so bad that, for large portions of the shoot, body doubles were used to film scenes involving both characters. So it's no surprise that we haven't seen them in a film together since. Number 5. Kirk Cameron would only kiss his wife. Fireproof. For the second time on this list, we have another actor who reserves his kisses for his wife, refusing to lock lips with any co-star he's starring alongside. However, Kirk Cameron, best known for his role of Mike Seaver in Growing Pains, had a genius plan when the 2008 Christian drama Fireproof required him to kiss his on-screen wife. The born-again Christian requested to have his real wife come in and don a wig matching the hair of his co-star Erin Bethea. Cameron's wife, actress Chelsea Noble, then took part in the actual kiss we see on screen, with the pair being shot in a silhouette. This made it nearly impossible to tell that Noble had taken Bethea's place. Explaining his reasons behind putting the unique kiss together during an interview with Today, Cameron said, "I have a commitment not to kiss any other woman." If the star made a promise to his wife, it's hard to argue with that, really. Number 4. Janet Jackson would only kiss Tupac Shakur on one condition: poetic justice. Though Tupac Shakur and Janet Jackson would eventually agree to share a kiss or two on screen in 1993's Poetic Justice, there was a time when Jackson reportedly outright refused to do so unless Shakur did one very specific thing. According to the actor himself, he was asked to suddenly take an AIDS test out of the blue. It's widely believed that Jackson was aware of Tupac's reputation as something of a ladies' man and didn't want to perform love scenes with him unless he'd been tested first. Tupac was understandably offended by this request and the fact multiple people were sent to ask him to take the test, revealing in an interview with The Source, "It don't matter who you send, I'm not taking one. To me, it was just like an insult." In the years since Poetic Justice hit cinemas, Jackson has never commented on these claims. However, John Singleton, the film's director, claimed that the entire situation was merely an inside joke and publicity thing in a 2017 appearance on the Drink Champs podcast. Regardless of whether you believe in Tupac or Singleton's claims, it appears the iconic rapper didn't hold a grudge against Jackson. Even after the star changed her number right after the film had wrapped, Tupac claimed it probably wasn't intentional. Number 3. Kimberly McCullough didn't feel comfortable kissing a grown man. General Hospital. Before finally leaving the show in 2018, Kimberly McCullough had appeared as Robin Scorpio on General Hospital in over 1,000 episodes since 1985. However, it wasn't all plain sailing for the actor during her tenure on the show, as she was faced with a rather creepy on-set situation just 7 years on from her debut. Recalling the events which took place when the star was merely 14 years of age, McCullough revealed in a blog that the script required her to take part in a long kiss with a 22-year-old guest actor after his character had dropped Robin off after a date. McCullough would also state that the guest actor made crude remarks during their rehearsals, with him even joking about having condoms for their date, which is just absolutely horrendous. In the end though, McCullough was having none of it. In her words, "When it came time to do the scene, I refused to kiss him. With the director and the crew watching me, I stood my ground. He kissed me on the cheek instead of the long kiss at the end of the scene." To be honest though, the fact she was even put in that situation to begin with is just truly dreadful. Number 2. Sienna Miller was suffering from dental problems. Camille. Much like a few of the other entries on this list, Sienna Miller did actually end up smooching her co-star in the end. Yet a rather specific problem meant that the filming of herself and James Franco's emotional lip lock in the independent romantic comedy Camille was dramatically cut short. Once the passionate moment in question had been captured from a few angles, Miller refused to kiss her on-screen husband again due to some rather severe toothache. As it goes, Miller's apparent issues with her teeth didn't completely derail the moment this happy couple shared a steamy kiss on the big screen. as the finished sequence in question still delivered everything it needed to. However, this weirdly isn't the first time Miller's teeth have been a notable talking point in her career, with the star apparently being classed as too toothy during her appearance on the front cover of Vogue, which is just plain odd. Number 1. Lindsay Lohan was cautious about Charlie Sheen's partying ways. Scary Movie 5. Though the pair were both ultimately involved in one of the strangest love scenes you're likely to ever see in any film during the opening stages of Scary Movie 5, Lindsay Lohan and Charlie Sheen didn't actually share a kiss on the set of the flick. According to TMZ, Lohan was scheduled to snog her co-star on 3 separate occasions throughout the feature. Yet Lohan soon decided she didn't want to kiss Sheen due to the actor's history of wild partying. With this in mind, body doubles were brought in to play the actors during the more intimate and athletic moments we see between the two in the movie, and the kissing scenes involving the fictional versions of Lohan and Sheen were written out completely. Despite Lohan's refusal to take part in any on-screen kissing with Sheen, the Two and a Half Men star reportedly didn't take her decision too personally. With all the bedroom gymnastics, knowing digs at the pair's real-life antics, and paranormal activities on show in this sequence, you likely wouldn't have even spotted this lack of lip action anyway. And that's our list. Know of any other actors who refuse to kiss on screen? Let us know all about them in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share, and click on that subscribe button. Also, be sure to head on over to whatculture.com and click on some more incredible articles just like the one this video is based on. I've been Gareth from whatculture.com, thank you very much for watching, and I'm sure I'll see you very, very soon.